I'm here at the Cottle Net Zero Energy Home, the first certified net zero energy home in California, in fact, with Dave Springer, the president of Davis Energy Group, our partners in a Building America program. Dave, I'm going to ask you, what is the Building America program first and foremost?
Well, the Building America program is kind of a public-private partnership between the Department of Energy and currently 15 different private teams around the country who are charged with improving the efficiency of both new and existing homes.
Okay, so this is scientists and engineers and researchers, okay, that
mostly building scientists and researchers.
Great. So I met Dave when One Sky Home started our net zero energy home design. I learned about the Building America program and that there was a possibility to have the home monitored for performance and get the advice and wisdom of people who had been doing this before. So I think it's about 3 years ago that we started this program, and the team at Davis Energy Group has provided consulting advice and support. And we've been up and running now for about a month or so, right?
Yes.
And the home, the net zero energy home, is being monitored as part of the program, right? And then the data, it gets analyzed, so we get the charts and the graphs and basically the verification of the design that we get to share with the building community. All right?
Yeah, normally this Building America program, it's not just energy monitoring, it's also helping the builder develop ideas for how to make the house more efficient. But in this case, Alan had most of the ideas already worked out.
No, we got a lot of support from these guys.
So we were fortunate to find Alan and get to work on this project.
Okay, but the proof of the pudding sort of is in the data, right?
Yes.
Which is what I was concerned about at the beginning, being somewhat skeptical about marketing spin and whatnot. So we're here in the garage of the Cottle Net Zero Energy Home project behind us. And Dave, perhaps you can explain a little bit about the performance monitoring program that we have here. What's happening?
Sure. Our objective, as Alan more or less pointed out, is to prove that the house performs as well as we think it should. And so, and not only to look at how well it's really performing, but if there are certain things that are performing better than others than expected, we can tease that out of the data that we're collecting. So we're monitoring data at 43 different points here, and mostly electrical data. We have sub-metering on each of the separate circuits for lighting and plug loads and appliances and HVAC equipment and photovoltaic contribution to the load. And we're also monitoring temperatures in the house and, for example, hot water temperatures. And so we get a really good handle on how the whole house is performing and why it's performing the way it is. So this data logging equipment is scanning data about every 15 seconds and sending the compiled data back to our server on a daily basis, and then we're analyzing the data from there.
We've been up for about a month now, Dave, and I know we don't have all that. We're just getting the data going, but some of the data we've gotten have suggested that our heat pump system is really performing well.
That's true.
The data we were suggesting is we're about 50 or 60 cents a day. I think maybe 60 or 70 cents a day if we were buying the energy, of course, which we're not because it's being produced on the roof, but it's using 6 or 7 kilowatt hours a day to keep this 3,200 square foot high volume luxury home at a perfect comfort. Our settings are 72 degrees full room temperature during the evening hours, and then set back so it never goes below 70. So we're between 72 and 70 degrees.
Yeah, we're seeing very little heat pump operation, and that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, amazing. And this is also as we mentioned some other videos, this is a certified passive house. So one of the things that struck me, I became part of the Building America program first, and I learned about the Passive House program, and we sort of put the two together. All the building science and the performance criteria, all great. One of the things that Passive House added for us was some modeling tools that were really good for on the ground building designers. So it'd be interesting to see this data, this performance compare to other projects that are not passive houses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So.
we're very excited to see the data come in, and of course the house is going to perform a bit differently after it's occupied than we're seeing now, and that's what we're anxious to see is how what the whole house performance is under an occupied condition. We find that 40 to 50% of energy use in very efficient homes is miscellaneous electric use from televisions and TiVos and Xboxes and all those sorts of things. And so we're also finding that there's kind of a behavioral shift that when people buy houses like this, that if they're not already aware of the importance of energy efficiency, they tune into it shortly after they occupy the house. And so their habits kind of adjust to make sure that they can meet these zero net energy goals, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Terrific. Well, it's great having you here, and I want to thank you personally and the Building America program for all the great support you've given to the project. As a builder, the technical papers, building best practices, mm-hmm. consulting, just terrific. This is the best of our government, the Department of Energy, National Renewable Energy Labs Division, correct?
They're managing the program, yeah. And they're taking research comes out of Building America, and they're doing peer-reviewed papers and technical reports, and that'll be published on the Building America website, which is easy to find on the computer.
It is. Highly recommend it. It's great, great data, great research, and great consulting support.
A good resource for other builders.
Yeah. Thanks for being here, Dave.
My pleasure.